Hey guys, Jane here at Attrell Toyota here in Brampton, and right now I have the absolute pleasure of introducing you to the brand new 2018 Toyota CHR. Now this beautiful vehicle does come in two trim levels. We have the XLE, which is what you're looking at right now, and we also have the XLE Premium. Now keep in mind throughout this video that this vehicle is just as new to me as it is to you, so if I do miss a piece of information and or if you would like to know more, please feel free to leave a comment in this section below and or get a hold of our dealership, as we have many employees here who would be more than willing to answer those questions for you. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you a quick little walk around the exterior, show you as many features as I possibly can, and then I'm going to bring you inside. So starting at the front here, we have this beautiful grille, and we do have quite an aggressive front end. I really like the look of this. Now this is also a CUV, not an SUV, so another thing to just kind of keep in mind, it is a compact utility vehicle instead of a larger sports utility vehicle. Our headlights are halogen headlights, and we also have LED daytime running lights, and they are kind of designed in there and look quite like a diamond. Now keep that word diamond in mind as well throughout this video, as it is everywhere. Diamonds have kind of influenced the builders and the creators behind this beautiful vehicle, and we've counted over 350 of them so far. Our wheels on the XLE are 17-inch alloy wheels, and they do differentiate from the 18 inches that you will see on the premium package. We have absolutely stunning body lines, and as you can see, our rear door handle is kind of hidden. It's just up here, and I really like the look of it. Because it is half black, it kind of looks like the roof is floating, which I find is a pretty cool look. Your fuel cap will be on the driver's side of the vehicle. On the rear here, our tail end is awesome. Not only does it look really aggressive, but it kind of has a similar look as a Prius, so it does kind of keep that Toyota feel. It has two rear spoilers, which is awesome. It definitely controls that wind the way that you would like it to. And moving along the side here, again, we have that really cool rear door handle. We have signals integrated on your mirrors. And there you have it, the brand new 2018 Toyota CHR. Let's bring you inside. So just before I bring you inside of this gorgeous CUV, I would just like to point out what your key fob is going to look like. And it is going to look just like this, and by pushing that button there is how you can get your key. But what I'm going to do right now is just click that unlock button, and that's what's going to allow us right into the vehicle. On our driver's side door here, we have our controls for your power windows as well as your power locks. And as you can see, all four windows will go automatically up and down with one push of a button. We also have our side view mirror controls, very simple to use. Either click it to the left or the right side position and use it just like a joystick to adjust. Just underneath that, we have a spot for bottle storage as well as regular storage in the driver's door. Now, this really cool patterning that goes across it is actually like 3D, and as you can see, it's full of diamonds. On our door sill here, again, we have some more diamond patterning, and to point out, it is a manual adjustable driver's seat with the exception of our power lumbar support. So that's a fantastic feature to have, especially if you're someone like me who struggles with some back issues. But bringing you completely inside the vehicle here, I am going to start it up so that all of my instruments work. So on the left-hand side of our steering wheel, we have this lovely button, which is part of our Toyota Safety Sense. This is our automatic high beams. So if you've ever been driving down a country road late at night and someone forgets to turn their high beams off and you get absolutely blinded, well, we're going to prevent that from happening to keep you as well as other drivers on the road very safe. This is where you can pop your fuel cap. This here will dim the lights on your dashboard, and to pop your hood, just underneath there. On our steering wheel, not only is it leather wrapped and tilt and telescopic adjustable, but we also have this piano black material just at the bottom, which really adds a nice look. On the steering wheel, we have tons of controls. They are mostly for audio visual. So you do have your volume up and down, as well as your up and down arrows. Your mode button's gonna be right in the center there. And what does that look like to you? Another diamond. Here we have our pickup and our hang up, as well as our voice recognition for our Bluetooth, which works absolute wonders. On the right hand side here, we have our trip button, our back button, and all of these arrows, including our center button in our second diamond here, are for your multi-information display, which you can see right there in the center of your dash. And simply by clicking through it, you can see all the different options. Just underneath that, these two buttons are also part of our Toyota Safety Sense. This one here is our lane departure alert with steering assist. To give you a quick little explanation as to how that works is if you do start to drift out of your lane without noticing, your car's actually going to alert you that you're doing it. It's going to take over your steering, pull you back into the lane that you're supposed to be in, and hopefully prevent an unwanted collision. This one here is our dynamic radar cruise control. So as you can see, we have cruise control down here as per usual, but with our dynamic radar, it actually uses a whole bunch of sonars and sensors that keep you at an exact distance from the vehicle in front of you. So if that vehicle does start to accelerate or slow down, your vehicle is going to do the same, again, to keep everybody on the road as safe as possible. One more thing to point out that does come included in our Toyota Safety Sense is our pre-collision system with pedestrian detect. It is going to look for vehicles as well as pedestrians and apply the brakes, again, preventing unwanted collisions. Moving into the center though, enough about safety, let's talk a little about entertainment. We do have a 7-inch touchscreen display. It does come integrated with AM, FM, as well as AHA radio. We have Bluetooth and we have a USB input as well as an auxiliary input. So there are absolute tons of choices for music, and of course we do have our power outlets in this vehicle, so you can feel free to charge those devices as well. Just underneath that, we have dual air zone in this vehicle. I know I'm getting a bit of sunlight on my camera lens here, so bear with me. But we do have, again, our dual air, so you can change the temperature from the passenger side to the driver's side. To sync it, just press that button, or to turn it off is what's going to allow you to change those temperatures. Now keep in mind that your fan is going to stay consistent throughout the vehicle, as well as your directional options. We have heated seats for both your front driver and passenger, and they do have 3 settings, so that's pretty cool. And again, I don't know if you saw, but maybe you've seen a whole bunch more diamonds here. Not only are each individual button shaped like a diamond, but the whole thing is shaped like a diamond as well. Just underneath that is where you can find your USB input as well as your auxiliary input, and while you're listening to your music, this is a great place to store your phone. We have 2 giant cup holders down the center, and it is an automatic transmission. However, you can flip it over to Tiptronic if you would prefer to do gear changes yourself. We have an electronic parking brake in this vehicle, as well as a parking brake hold. That's a pretty cool function. What it allows you to do is if you do stop at a red light and you put it in park, you can actually take your foot off the brake and your car is not going to go anywhere. Beside that, we have our traction control button just there. Our center console here, funny enough, is shaped quite like a diamond, and it does have our power outlet located just inside of it. Our seats in this vehicle are a beautiful sports bucket seat. They are done with a cloth material, as well as quite a nice patterning going down the center of them, so they're not just comfortable, they're also very eye-catching. Now these seats are designed a little differently than what you would see in, say, a Corolla, as they do have a bigger side, and this is to keep you nice and comfortable and held into that seat, and really they did it justice. Up top on the roof here, what do you see? More diamonds. This car is so heavily influenced by diamonds, and you know what? They really did a good job. But it doesn't stop there. We have dual overhead illuminated vanity mirrors. We have our interior light control here. Oh, what's that? And lastly, we have an auto dimming rear view, which has a reverse camera built right into it. Now, I have heard from Toyota Canada that we will be moving the reverse camera down to the screen. So if that is something that you are interested in, maybe keep your eye open for later models, as they will change that over eventually. So there you have it, the 2018 Toyota CHR XLE. So bringing you into the rear seat of the vehicle, we finally get to use our awesome back door handle. On our doors themselves, we do have controls to open and close your own windows, of course. We do have bottle holders, as well as a bit of regular storage in that door as well. Again, we have this patterning going all the way across, which has tons and tons of diamonds. But bringing you completely inside the vehicle here, we do have contoured front seat backs, so there is a bit of a curve to the seat, and that just allows for a little more leg room from the back passengers to the seats in front of them. So for how small of a vehicle this actually is, and I'm a very tall person, I fit very comfortably back here. On your passenger side door, you are going to find the same amenities there. And we have allowed these rear seats to come down very easily, as we do have a 60/40 folding rear seat. So there's just a little tab here. You're going to pull that and it is going to fold flat down for you. To access your cargo space, there's just a little button right underneath that emblem. You're just going to click it and it opens very easily, so don't worry about not having enough arm muscle to hoist that up. It is very, very simple to open and close. Now, as you can see, we are given tons of space. You could definitely fit everything that you would need daily commuting to school or to work, or if you are someone that likes to go on weekend getaways or little road trips, I'm sure that you could fit more than enough gear back here to survive you at least a weekend. Now, one cool thing that I've learned about the CHR is this. If you ever do need to put your spare tire on, I hope it never happens, but if you do, sometimes trying to pull this thing up and get that tire out is really hard as it drops, and you just can't really do it by yourself. Well, we've thought of that. If you push this up, there's little inlets just on the side there that actually hold that up for you. So if you ever are in the situation that you need to put on your spare tire, you can do so without fumbling around with your tonneau cover. Pretty awesome little feature that they've included. Your tonneau cover here is actually removable, which is what's going to allow you to access that 60/40. If you do just have something longer and flat, say like a snowboard, you could fit it in there with the tonneau cover. If you do have something a bit larger, say a piece of furniture, you can completely take that off and access the amount of cargo space that you would like. So there you have it, the cargo space for the CHR. Alrighty, my friends, I have saved the best for last for you all, the engine. Underneath the hood here, we are looking at a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It does have 16 valves as well as variable valve timing with intelligence. Now, this is our valvematic engine. I don't know if you know too much about it, but if not, it is definitely something to look into. It is such little bit of a pun here, such a good, well-oiled machine. It works really, really well. It provides you with a super fun ride, and it gives you tons of power. You're looking at 144 horses, and for fuel efficiency, 8.2 liters for 100 kilometers on the road, which brings you to about $1,600 a year on fuel. So there you have it, my friends, the beautiful, powerful, spacious, packed full of entertainment features and safety features Toyota CHR. Now again, this is the XLE trim model, and it was my absolute pleasure of giving you this walk around. If you liked what you're watching, I really hope you go and look at our YouTube channel, because we have tons of videos of all the cars, trucks, and SUVs that we have here on the lot, plus some extras. Don't forget to press like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Have a great one, guys.